Okay, so little people decide, do you want the silver or do you want the copper? And then I think I will do silver on this day. So I'm gonna lay this on the opposite. This will be the back and this will be the front. So watch Miss Jill. If the older people can do this on their own, but if you have adults there that can help, it also is really sharp and it can kind of cut you. So please be really careful when you're doing that. And I'm just gonna fold it down to be really snug against that cardboard. It's the square cardboard, not the long one. Okay, and then fold that down. And then on the edges too. And you just want that really snug up against the cardboard to create our little pad for embossing. Be careful that you don't bend it or you don't put your fingernails on it, because it can take marks obviously really well. That's why it works so great for embossing. Okay, you really don't need tape. There you go. I just folded it. Now this is the back, and this is going to be ready to carve and to emboss. So while you have an adult with you, let's get that set up. Everybody get that ready to go. And we're not quite to this point in our lesson, but it's nice to just have it ready to go. So again, you can pick, I did copper on one of them, and I carved and did the Sharpies. The other thing is I've given you each a couple of Sharpies, colored Sharpies. So when you're there with siblings, I gave the other siblings different colors, hopefully, so that you can share them. So if you are with your siblings, share all the colors. And if you have more colors, I just grab my bucket. Those are all the colored Sharpies. It has to be permanent. It can't be the washable markers. So if you have extra Sharpies to add to today's lesson, great. Otherwise, just those couple I gave you are fine. Share with your siblings. That gives you twice as many colors or 3 times as many colors. So I'm going to put you in gallery mode, and if you have your piece wrapped around the cardboard, hold it up. Oh, I see Alex. Happy to see that beautiful face. She's ready to go. Perfect. Lola, ready to go. Miss Grimes, thanks, Juliet. Looks like Xander's got it. Awesome sauce. How about Paige? Yes. Do you have somebody who can help you put that on, Miss Paige? I see the ship's working on it. Paige, who's home at your house right now? Is there somebody who can help you with that? Well, there's a friend. Hi.
Fold this on.
Who's helping you, Miss Paige?
Does Leo have his?
Hi. Yes, here's how this looks. Right. So let Paige pick the color. Does she want silver or copper?
Aren't you gonna go work? Mom, wait.
Here. All right. So after we have those set up, Ships, it looks like you got it. Then we're ready to go. And then a couple of you just joined late, a tray for this whole setup. So I think Alex and Leo came in a little bit late before I said that. Sorry, I'm repeating myself. We really will get onto art. But I have this tray that holds my Elmer's glue and all of these washable watercolors and the salt. And then we need these 2 long pieces of cardboard. This is a little bit messy, but really fun. And then our little pipette that's going to suck up the paint. That's going to be at the very end. It's kind of nice to have it ready to go. So adults, if you're still around, get that set up. All right, let's get going today. We are going to talk about the element of value. Value is the range from light to dark. And we're going to practice doing things that are light and dark. And the cool thing about value is it gives, when you put it on a shape, it gives it form. It makes it look 3D. Check out some of these pictures. Here is a little bit about value. Well, we've talked about the color wheel, and then to change the value, we can just add white to colors, and that's called tinting. And it makes purple little kind of like lavender. It's still purple, but it's just changed the value. It's light purple or dark purple, or you could add black as well and make it darker. Here's just black and white on a circle, and if you shade it just right, it makes it look like a 3D sphere, like a ball. So that's the idea of value. It's the range from dark to light. Look at this. When we say dark, we say a 10, 1 to 10. When we say 0, it's like it's white. So if I say give it a value of 0, you don't do anything. Maybe it's a 5, it's right in the middle. So you'll hear artists talk about value as being a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're gonna try that right now. This pencil is so special. It's a graphite pencil. It's called soft. It moves really easily when we smear it. So pull out this pencil and then unwrap this. What the heck? What is this thing? Everybody unwrap that right now because this is so fun. This is a gummy eraser. Weird, but it's an eraser. It's a real artist eraser. And this is called a blending stick. So right now, we're going to use the gummy eraser and the blending stick and our graphite pencil. Now these pencils aren't your regular pencils, so guard them, keep them in your special spot. They're real artist tools that are pretty cool, and you can use them for a million projects, so don't lose that very special pencil. It's called a 10B, 10 meaning really soft. Usually this is called a 2, and it's really hard. It doesn't blend very well. This is really soft, it's a 10, okay? And then grab your sketchbooks and open it to the next spot, the next blank page in your sketchbook. And I know I've got some older people that have jumped in there here as well. Do this same thing. We're just gonna practice, play with these tools for a minute. Okay. So find the next blank spot on your sketchbook. Take this eraser and start stretching it. It's so weird, but it's so fun. It's an eraser. Have you ever heard of such a thing? It's a real artist eraser. So we're gonna have fun with that. Take your little pencil and start practicing getting some blending in. This doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm gonna put a rectangle and I'm gonna start really dark, and I'm practicing with my hand. These are such good fine motor skills for you. Pushing hard will make dark, and lightening up will make it light. So I'm gonna start on this side, pressing hard, and that's looking really dark. And then I'm gonna keep moving, and I'm gonna make it just a little bit lighter, and then just a little bit lighter. And I'm gonna keep moving and trying to practice my hand, lifting up a little bit as I move and making it lighter and lighter to where it's 0 and it's nothing. So I went from dark to light. Try it. These tools are awesome. These graphite can do the most amazing things. Then guess what you can do? You can take your finger and you can blend it and try to rub that into each other. This is soft pencil, so it will do that, and it makes it kind of slick. Or if I don't want to make a mess of my finger, watch this trick. This is a blending tool. This is another really amazing artist tool. You're not going to poke it like this. You're going to turn it on its side, and you're going to start blending like this. And if you go back and forth, you'll see that this will push that graphite around. And I know that this group is just little people, but isn't it fun to have big art supplies? My boy Gavin is in high school, and he's taking a college class in high school for art. And he uses these, and he uses this. And that's all the way in high school, and he guards those because these are, you don't want those just jumping around in a toy box. They're really big artist tools. Now, I haven't shown you this, and I want you to play with it. is so fun. It's like magic. I'm going to make a shape. Oh, maybe a heart, because I love love. And I'm going to press hard. Again, practicing my fine motor skills of my hand, controlling, pushing hard to make it dark or lightening up to watch to get it light. Will everybody put their eyeballs on Miss Jill for 1 minute and watch this kind of magic trick? So stop what you're doing for 1 second and watch what happens. Okay, stick your eyeballs up here. I've got this awesome gummy thing. Now I'm going to clean it. It's like this. This is how you clean it. Okay, then I want to get it in a ball. Now I'm going to push it to flatten it. Watch Miss Jill for 1 second. This is so fun. Because I'm like, oh my gosh, that heart is so cute, but I want it a little bit lighter. So I'll take this. I flattened it like this. Watch this. It's almost like magic. I put it on, and then I'm going to push my fingers in it really hard and try to get it all around that heart. I'm pushing. Watch what happens. Watch. Are you ready? Put your eyes on Miss Jill. I lightened it to about an 8. It started as a 10, and look what happened. It's like a stamp. It's on my eraser, my gummy eraser. Now I'm like, oh geez, my gummy eraser will never work again. It's all marked up. No, we clean it. This is how you clean it. You just spread it apart, and then you play with it all day long because it's really fun. When I was in college and I had these gummy erasers in my art classes, it's kind of like a stress ball. Like I would always have them in my pocket, I'd have them in my car, I'd have them in my bag, and everywhere you'd walk around, all the artists would walk around with these gummy erasers because they're just so fun to play with. So your job on your sketchbook is to play with real graphite, this eraser, and the blending stick. Just start enjoying the process of the value. I'm also going to try a basic shape. And do you remember how I went from dark to light on that scale? It's called a value scale. I'm going to try it on a shape. I'm going to make the edges dark. And then I'm going to try to get in a little bit lighter than the darkest. All right, bringing that in. Now a little bit lighter. Again, we're practicing our skills with our hand, holding our pencil lightly or pushing hard. And now I'm going to take that awesome blending stick and I'm going to try to blend these to make it look smooth. I'm not holding it on the top of it, like the tip here. I'm like holding it on the side. And now I'm blending. Can you believe how fun these real adult grown-up art supplies are? Oh, I think they're so fun. And now I'm going to say, well, gosh, that triangle's okay, but I wish it was light in the middle. Oh, I'll just poke a little pokey on that gummy thing, and I'll just plop it in there. It lifts it right up. It erases. So practice erasing things. Maybe your edges are all blurred. Whoa, it erases. It's like magic. Now I want to do like oh, not that one. Hold on, where did my, oh, it's hiding here. Now I'm going to do a rectangle, maybe a circle. And I'm going to try different shapes. Pull out my blending tool. I'm going to pull you to gallery again. I haven't heard from anybody. Does anybody want to talk to me about this process? Oh, Miss Jill, my eraser is doing this or that, or oh gosh, I'm figuring out how to push hard or soft. Hi, Juliet. Hello, beautiful.
When I got this gummy eraser, I thought it was just hard.
Do you love it? Isn't it fun? Have you ever used one, Juliet?
Never.
Yeah, it's so fun. You're so grown up. It's a real artist tool. Is that Connor behind you?
No.
Oh, Lucas, hi. Oh my gosh, all grown up. I love that family. How are you?
Good, how are you?
It's good to see you. So fun. Okay, Juliet, try cleaning it. Pull it aside. Do you know how to rip it apart?
Not yet.
Okay. Are you trying the graphite pencil too? Look at you all grown up.
Blue one.
Yep. We all have blue ones, and now you'll know that it's different than that yellow pencil.
Turquoise here.
It's beautiful. Don't you love new artist tools?
Yep.
You're doing so great. Hi, Greta. How are you? Beautiful.
Good, how are you?
If you want to pull you can pull your supplies out and share your Sharpies too if you want.
Okay, do you want to?
We're not using them right this second, but eventually, yes. She's in my tuning class. All right. Back to that gallery view. Anybody else want to show me what they're working on with their gummies? These gummy erasers?
I have purple and yellow.
Hey, Luella, what you working on? And gray. Hi, Sage. How's it going? Lou, have you ever worked on those before? Hi, Drew.
Hey.
Have you ever played with a gummy eraser like this, Luella?
Mm-mm.
It's so fun, huh? Some of the kids just want to play with this the whole time, and they make little sculptures and little people and little animals, and who cares? That's fun to do too. It's kind of like our clay, huh? Sage, you're pretty good at that. Sage, did you try erasing it? Whoa. Yeah?
How was Sage so?
How's it going, Gray?
Wait, I can
Great.
her.
She can't see you. Come in the video.
Scoot your face in there.
A lot harder to stretch. Wait, I can break it.
Sage has all the muscles in the world. Let him at it. I love it. Okay, these can be used for years and years, to be quite honest.
You want to let Sage try? Let Sage try.
Hey there, Miss Gracie. Hi, Wyatt.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Good. How's it going?
Good. Good.
Are you trying your value? Can somebody show me their sketchbook and show me how they're pushing hard and pushing soft? Oh, yes. Wow. Perfect, Gracie. Look at that, Wyatt. Yes. Now, Wyatt, now that you have some of those that are a number 10 in value, which means really dark, try pushing your eraser on top of it and see if you can lighten it and have it show up on your eraser. Yeah, push it hard. There you go. Oh, you smart boy. My gosh, you are fun. Let's see it. Did it come off on your eraser? Are you seeing the marks? I love it. Keep going. Hey there, little Missy. Where'd you get your curls today? Oh, well, I can't hear you. Hold on. Let's unmute. Nope, you got to hit your button. It's not letting me do it. Can you find the unmute button, Miss Page? Can you see? Oh, come on, come on. Oh no, I still can't hear you, and I gotta hear your voice. It's my favorite. What the heck? What? You mean I don't get to hear your voice all day long? This is not gonna work for me. It's not letting you unmute. Oh, there you are. Gotcha. Hi.
Hi.
Goose, you can't ever mute yourself. I gotta hear about you. Look at that. Can you say element of value?
Elements of value.
Holy smarty pants. Do you remember how we talked about element of line and element of space, and we talked about positive and negative space and element of texture? Today we're doing value. Do you know what value means, Miss Page?
What? Say
dark to light.
Dark to light.
And it also means you have the cutest bow in your hair and curls. What? You kids are so fun. Do you like working with that eraser?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes when you squish it so much in your hand, it kind of like gets warm. You know? Gets squishy. All right. Let's check on this beautiful girl, Marin. Hello. I haven't said hi all day.
I'm just helping her.
Hi.
Math.
I'm on, you're unmuted, so whoa. Let's do that again. Hit the unmute button one more time, Victoria. I can't hear you. Hit that button one more time. Oh, it's not letting me do it. Can you see that mute button?
Yep, I did it.
Yes, you did, because you're.
Now can you hear me? Now can you hear me?
I sure can. I sure can.
Thanks. Okay, I'm helping with her artwork and she doesn't know how to, and if she doesn't know how to do it, I can help her. Because last time I didn't know, but now I know now.
You're so smart. Thank you for being such a great big sister. You
Oh,
girl.
thank you. I just want to be a grown-up now because if we want a pet.
You want a pet?
Yeah, but I have to go up first.
You have to grow up first. Don't grow up too fast because you're kind of perfect right where you are, okay?
No, you're not supposed to use this. Oh, man. Excuse me, you play, Mary, that's okay if you do that. So, Mary did this, and then she put it in here. Do you see that? Do you see it?
Yeah. Try to get it out of the tip because then it won't pick up paint if the tip is full of the eraser. So see if you can get it out of there.
Okay, I think that, I don't know how to get it out. So
That's
hard.
tricky. You might have to pinch it.
Maybe I'm supposed to put water in it, and then it can come out.
Do it. Go try it with hot water.
Okay, Mary, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm gonna
Love you, Marin. You guys are doing so great. All right, we're about to move on, but I want to check on these little cutie patooties. Hi. You're unmuted. Say hi. Whoa, look at the value. Can you say, Alex, can you say element of value?
Element of value.
It's
Element of value.
Yes, Leo, you got it. Oh my goodness, this group is so smart. You're doing great. Are you guys practicing with these funny erasers?
Yeah.
Yes, it's so fun. Okay, I think we're going to move on here in just a second. Let's check on my Xander here. Hey, Xander. Hi, Monroe. Are you ready to move forward? Unmute. I got you. Say hi. Oh, it's not letting me unmute you. What? Do you mind, Xander? Can you walk around and push that button? Hello. Oh, there you are. Gotcha.
Hi.
How's it going?
Hi.
Are you doing okay?
Right now, I'm doing it. This stuff doesn't erase.
It doesn't erase? I think it does.
I've tried on hundreds of things.
It's made for erasing. Try again. It's an eraser. It won't erase Sharpie, that's for sure.
I know. I've been trying to erase pencil.
Well, maybe just try to lighten it. Keep playing with that. Okay, friends, we're going to move forward. Hey, Nora, I can't see your beautiful face. Are you there? Oh, hi. Hello, how are you? I got you unmuted. Say hi.
Miss Jill.
What?
Jill.
Yes.
When are we gonna move on to
The paint.
these?
You're so excited. Almost. Okay, let's move on, friends. Okay, so I tried to show as many different elements as I can, so I wanted to get on with values. So now you know a little bit about dark to light. Hang on to these, hang on to the blending sticks. That's something you can use your whole life. I'm gonna set that aside, and now we're going to tie in a whole bunch of our elements of art into a thing called embossing. Say that out loud at your house. Say embossing. And embossing is where we're going to carve texture into a piece. You all have this ready to go, and we're going to do some carving. You should have 2 of these papers. Whoa, where did they disappear to? Whoa. Right here. These white pages, little squares, are the same size as as you're embossing, oh my goodness, why am I losing everything? This thing, these are the same size. So we're going to create a design on here to put on here. But before we jump into it, you're going to need this. And I want you to put your eyeballs on the screen for 1 second. I'm gonna just show you a couple of examples. And then we're gonna get into the carving. It's pretty fun. So we've talked about the element of texture. Texture is the way something looks or feels. So we're gonna make actual texture, which means we're gonna dig in and make it feel bumpy. And the way we make really cool texture is having a cool design with lines and shapes and positive and negative space. So be thinking of what you could design to fill that whole square. Don't start yet though, okay friends? Just keep your eyes here for a minute. We've talked about mandalas, great design. You could start in the middle with a circle and keep moving out. You could do kind of those Picasso faces where you do crazy eyes and those funny nose and eyebrows. Picasso, this would be abstract art. Oh, we've done a lot of birds too. Maybe you want to incorporate some kind of a bird with leaves and thinking of the outside space and the inside space. That's positive and negative space. Or you can just have a random design that doesn't mean anything, but the shapes are really cool. So this is up to you. Oh, look at that little sunshine. That's kind of fun. So we're going to create a design first, and we're going to draw it on here. And after we have a design drawn on here, then we'll trace it onto here. This is kind of a lot of steps, so hang with me. I want to show you this example. That's on the copper, that's a mandala. We started in the middle, and then I moved it out. Yesterday I did this funny Picasso face with the copper. But notice I'm taking my design to the very edge of that thing. I didn't just do a tiny thing in the middle. I'm spreading it out so that I'm thinking of positive and negative space. Maybe you like a sunshine. So you can draw whatever you want, but make sure it's big enough to kind of fill that whole square. Does that make sense? I also went in with texture of dots and lines that came in after. So I'm going to start by using this guy and doing a little drawing. And if you want to kind of do a direct to draw with me, great, or do your own design. I suggest using your pencil so you can erase. I'm going to use a Sharpie so you can see me, okay? And I think I'm going to do, let's see. We've done a lot of birds in here. Maybe we're tired of birds, but let's see here. Remember our little directed draw? Maybe I'll do one kind of like that, of the bird. No, I lied. I'm just gonna do a flower. I'm gonna do a couple of flowers. I'm gonna do a circle and kind of like a mandala. I'm going to do some petals moving out with this shape. So everybody create some kind of a design on these little white papers. I gave you 2, and I noticed some of you, the paint dripped on them. It's no big deal. We're gonna throw these away after anyway. I gave you 2 so you can practice 2 different designs and decide which one you like. Let's see, I'm gonna do some little, maybe I'll do a tulip. A tulip is a U, and then I'm gonna do zigzag lines. And then I'm gonna do dots in here, and when I kind of fill in, then I'll add some more designs. After you have your design figured out on the little white paper, and you've got something interesting going, then you're going to take that square that we put together with the copper or the foil on top of it, and you're going to line it up like this, and you're going to try to kind of hold it still. And I'm going to take mine because I'm not working flat like you are. So all right, then I'm going to line it up and hold it really still, and watch this, friends. I take this guy and I'm going to take the smaller point and I'm going to start tracing my design, and I'm pushing pretty hard so that it shows up in the foil. Okay, so for example, let's start this one. I'm going to just it's hard because you can't tell when you go over it because it doesn't leave a mark. But look how it's tracing that. Can you guys see that? Put your eyeballs on Miss Jill for 1 second. Do you see how I trace the white paper, and when I lift it up, look what happened. It's called embossing. So I've embossed that foil, okay? I'm gonna pull you to gallery view and just give me a thumbs up if this is making sense to you. Okay, yes, Gracie's got it. This is making sense for Sage, perfect. And Victoria is helping that beautiful little Marin, perfect. Paige, is this making sense? Thumbs up, awesome sauce, great. How's my beautiful Lola? I haven't seen your face yet. Hi, hello. Hi. Are you unmuted? Yes, say hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
How's the
Good to
embossing
have her.
going?
She said, how's it going?
Good. You have a design that you want to trace?
Sure.
Let's see. Oh, I love it. You could do like 3 of them side to side and fill that whole paper. So, darling, good job, sweetheart.
Did you want to do
All right.
another?
Does anybody else have, let's see, a design they want to share? Oh, I see Xander wants to share his. Show me your design, pal.
Use it for just a moment.
Oh, nice.
I'm not done.
It's okay. Try to incorporate as many lines and interesting kind of Zentangle ideas.
Right now, I'm using a big wheel on the big paper.
Yeah, we're not on the big paper yet, are we? So Monroe, when you're creating that little design, see if you can do lots of lines in it. Do you have the little square so you can draw it on the little square?
Right now, it needs to be good on the big square.
Okay, we'll get the little
She
square.
does, but she keeps refusing. Here's that one.
Okay, it just fits on the copper. That's why. You just do what you're doing. You're doing great. It won't matter. Doing great. Okay, so then we're going to keep embossing.
There you
And on top.
Gracie and Wyatt, how are you? Wyatt, do you feel stressed or are you okay?
Okay.
I saw you shaking your head. Are you doing okay? Is this too many directions for you? This is a lot of directions,
Yeah.
but you're pretty smart. I know you're gonna figure it out. How's it going, Gracie?
What's that doing?
Grace, let's see what you got going.
Try that.
There you go. Good job. What? Now listen. Hey friends, if it's too complicated to do it with your paper over it and you just want to eyeball it on, that's okay too. You're doing great. So I'm gonna I did that little part of the flower. So if it's easier for you to just jump right on top of the foil and you don't need the pattern, maybe for me that part will be easier and I can even just look at it. That's an okay way to do it too, if you don't want to trace it. But you want to take a minute and kind of get your ideas down before you jump right in, because you'll notice you can't erase the embossing. Hey, Juliet, what's going on? Yeah, look at
Different kinds
you.
of stairs.
What?
They're different kinds of stairs. Like this one.
My gosh, those designs are amazing. You know all about Zentangling and the element of line. That is gorgeous. I'm so proud of you. Juliet, hey, beautiful girl, after you've traced it, now go right on to the foil without the paper. And I pick the bigger point now because it makes it a little bit deeper, and go over it again. It kind of gets in a groove, and you can
Go over it, or are you done?
now I can go over it again and carve right into that. Does that make sense? And it will make the groove a little bit deeper. So you kind of have to push hard. You have to have your muscles going. You want to push hard so that you emboss and make a dent and texture, but you don't want to push too hard that you're going to rip your paper or rip the foil, because that foil will rip if you push too hard, won't it? It's kind of fun to carve, and sometimes it's fun to do just right onto it, and watching all of these ways to make marks and texture. I'm liking these lines for the grass. And I want to do some interesting lines in the background. You really want to kind of fill up your space with cool designs and patterns. And now, put your eyeballs on the screen. Can you see how that's carved in? And I can run my fingers across it and feel actual texture. So that's called embossing. This is a new technique we haven't done either. Great. Let's see the Van Wags embossing. How is this going over here? Yeah, that's awesome. Whoa, let's see, Sage. Sage, did you go right on top of it with your tool? Yeah, it's pretty fun. Have you ever embossed before, Sage?
What?
Show that real close. Yeah, show it up there. Everybody put your eyeballs on Sage's. Look at these patterns. Look at the lines. Look at the design. He filled the whole space. So he's understanding positive and negative space. He didn't do just a tiny little dot in the middle. That's awesome. How's it going, Gray and Lou? You guys coming up with a design? Ooh, they're going to be awesome. How about you, Gray? Do you want to show me? Are you already carving, pal?
Yeah.
Do you want to show it to me?
Look at Deadpool. No, it isn't.
Oh, that's awesome. I love it. Same thing, positive and negative space, an element of line.
Oh, those lines in
Good job, guys. It's so fun to see the families kind of working together. I love it. Hey, Nora, you have something to say. Hi. Hey, I love you. That is so beautiful. Nora's putting words in there. Good job. Have you ever done embossing before, Nora? You're so grown up. That's amazing.
I'm grown up because I'm 5.5.
It's true, and you have no teeth.
And I'm gonna turn 6.
What the heck? Quit growing up. This is ridiculous. My gosh, you really lost a lot of teeth. My heavens. Maybe you should just eat popsicles all day. Tell your mom. I'm sure she'll be all about it. Okay, the next step, because some of you are moving on, let's look at the next step here. How's my little Marin doing? Are you doing some carving or not yet?
Miss Jill,
Yes?
when are you gonna move on to these?
Hey, listen, you are so fasty pants. We're getting there, you cutie pie. We got lots of activities today. Hey, I see it. I see something coming. What is going on? Whoa, look at the textures and designs. Alex, that's gorgeous. Good job. Have you done embossing before? No. Oh, wait, now you went muted again. Let's unmute you again. Okay, now say hi.
Hi.
Hi, let's see yours, Leo. How's it going? Oh, yeah. You guys, put your eyes on these. These are awesome. Look how his lines go all the way to the edges. And look at how Alex's goes all the way to the edges. That is so grown up. These are amazing. Do you kind of like carving that foil? Don't you think it's kind of fun?
I have been embossing before.
You've done embossing before? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Hey, you smarty pants. Where did you do embossing? You just know your stuff. So grown up. Perfect. All right, friends, here's the next step because some of you are ready to move on. My gosh, I'm so proud of you. You guys are the little classes and you're just like knocking it out of the park. How about this girl? What? Are you kidding me? Oh, Paige. Oh, wait, I can't hear your voice. Let me try hitting that button again. Oh, I got you now. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi, show me that embossing. What? Wowzy pants, that's amazing. Look at your designs. You can even fill in more if you want in the background. Keep carving and embossing. And thanks for wearing your great smock. It's so cute. Just like your great face. Are you having fun? Look at you all sophisticated there, sunshine. Oh. Is that fun for you? Paige,
Yeah.
fun? Why are you so fun? I think you kids are the funnest things in the whole world. It's true. I think you're great. I keep telling you I'm going to show you the next thing, and then I get distracted. Here's Miss Jill trying not to be distracted. Okay, so once we have our design figured out, then you're going to take your black Sharpie and go over all of the carving. Okay, so the black one that I gave you on the first lesson, I'm going to go over, and it's pretty cool. It's like it gets into a groove. You'll feel it just kind of swirl and try to stay in the groove. Again, my gosh, the hand-eye coordination for these little motor skills are so good for you. So amazing. So try to control your hand to get into the groove. Oops, I did a slip. If you slip, it's okay. Who cares? Well, that's what happens. And I'm going to trace over all of my lines with the black Sharpie. All right. And after I put black all the way around it, now it gets fun. You get to pick your Sharpies and color it in. And if you have a sibling that has other colors and you want to share, then great. The colors go really weird on the metal sometimes. That pink goes an interesting color. So now I'm just filling in with my Sharpies and I'm coloring my embossed design. And if you like the look of that metal, if you like the copper, or if you like the silver, mine's silver, you can use those colors as part of, excuse me, my goodness, you can use those colors as part of your design and not fill in everything. Maybe you want to leave some outside space left with silver. Maybe you want to leave some dots that are silver or copper. Raise your hand if this isn't making sense or if you have a question. You doing okay? Or even if you have something to share. Gracie has something to say. Hi, Gracie.
I'm done.
Let's see it. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Have you filled it in with your colors yet? Nice, Wyatt, you are so focused on that. Isn't that stuff weird? Awesome. Gracie, can you fill it in with your other colors too?
What? I tried to. It didn't work.
It's not working? What? Did you try Wyatt's colors?
I'm trying.
What the heck?
No!
Wyatt, can she share those colors with you so that you can all have lots of colors?
It does work with Wyatt's. Don't give it back.
I'm using do a share with your siblings because then you have lots of colors. I'm using those same ones that I gave you and it's showing up really dark. So I hope that your pens work okay. They were brand new out of the package. I hope they work. Anybody else want to show what they're doing on this little piece? Oh, we got one here. Whoa. Hey, Miss Alex. Wow, that's amazing. Look how it looks to color that in. Good job. Yes. Good job, sweetheart. How's it going, Leo? Oh, I lost your voices again. There you are. Say hi. Leo, how's it going?
Busy.
You busy, busy?
Yeah.
You kids having fun today? Oh, me too. Your mom sent me the cutest picture of the cutest owl that you made. Oh, look at that.
I made an owl.
It was so cute and she sent me a picture. Thank you for sending me a picture. Made me so happy to see what you're making. Look at you, Leo. What? Look at that. Oh, those colors and designs. Good job.
I made, and it's silly for me.
Is it what?
It's silly for me.
Silly for you? What? You're silly. You have a great face, you know that? You two are cute kids. Hold yours up at the same time, Miss Alex. Hold them both up at the same time and put your faces in the screen. Yeah. Oh, you guys, those are great. Thank you. We are about ready to take a little stretchy break because it's been an hour and I got to move a little bit. But let's say hello to Miss Grimes for a second. Do you want to show me what you're working on?
I'm gonna finish coloring in a minute.
Okie dokie. Oh yeah, she traced so carefully with that black marker. Now she's putting in those bright, fantastic colors. Wow. Do you need a
I'm
minute?
gonna finish.
Do you need,
About in art class.
you what? What'd you say about
I'm
our,
gonna finish coloring right now.
okay, will you lead us in a little song or a dance so that we can do a little stretch? Because we all need to move our bodies a little bit. You're really good at it. Okay, guys, we need a little break. We're at the hour mark. So Miss Jill is standing up, doing a stretch. Let's watch Juliet. What can you say, little missy?
Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, let it go. That perfect girl who is gone. I can't stand what they're going to say. Hey, let this song. It's funny how some distance makes everything seem small, and it feels no one can control me, can't get to me at all. It's time.
I love it. This was amazing. Do you want to do some stretches too? Put your little hands up and reach up in the air. That was awesome, Juliet. You have so much confidence, I'm telling you. Amazing. Now she's doing some stretching. How about the ships? Can you show us how to stretch a little bit? Wyatt and Gracie, can you lead us in a little jig for a minute? We got to get our bodies moving a little bit. Oh yeah, here she goes. And then the bird. Ooh, show us, Mr. Wyatt. Love it. Oh, they're doing jumping jacks. Okay, get your bodies moving a little bit. Do a little stretch before our next project. Stretching, touching toes, moving around. Maybe now's the great time to have your lifesaver. Oh, she's doing some yoga poses I can see. Here she goes. Good job. Yeah, you're a good little wiggler. Free pose. Awesome. Wyatt's jumping up and down. All right. Perfect. Thank you for getting the blood flowing. We got to do a little of that, right? Perfect. How about this little lady? Do you want to do a little wiggle? You're not unmuted. Hold on. Now you are. Say hi. Do you want to do a wiggle or no?
Yes.
Okay, do it. Oh yeah, here she goes. All right, wiggle like Miss Page. Wiggle, wiggle, get the blood flowing. Wiggle your hands. Wiggle your shoulders. Wiggle your cute curls. She's wiggling her hips all over the place. Perfect. Thanks for leading us. Awesome. We got a wiggle monster. All right, my blood is flowing again. Perfect. We can get, do you want to show me your art project? Do you want to show me what you got so far with your markers? Show me.
Yes.
Yes. Show
I'm
me.
not finished.
Whoa-zy, whoa-zy pants. What? Are you kidding me? That's looking awesome. Good job. Are you having fun embossing? This is called embossing. So fun. All
Yeah.
right, I'm bringing you back to, let's check on our Xander and Monroe crowd over here. How are we doing? Monroe, how does it work with just one arm in a cast? Are you doing okay? Let's see it. Monroe, are you doing okay? Say hi. Yeah. Oh, awesome, Xander.
Hi.
Wow. Show that up a little closer, Xander. Can you, pal?
Oh, yes.
Put it up a little closer to my screen. Oh, wow. Hey, look at your design. That's
You
amazing.
want to show her?
Good job, buddy. Oh, that's so cute. Wow. Good job, Monroe. Can you guys say embossing? This is called embossing.
Good bossing.
Embossing.
You got it. You got it. Good job.
Good bossing.
Yes. Okay. We'll just take another few minutes on this and then we'll move on to our next little thing. This class always moves a little faster with. I do want to check on the Van Wags. How's the embossing going over here? Check it out. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Cute Lou. Yes. Wow. Oh. That's awesome. Sage, put yours up by the screen. Can I see yours, Sage? Sage, put it up here. Let's see.
I'm gonna add some fish.
See this, and how about you, Gray? All of you put them up at the same time. Let's see it. Oh yeah, that's awesome. Look at your colors.
Louis Gray.
How's it going, Gray? Have you guys done embossing before? Whoa, fantastic. What? Okay, all three hold them at the same time because your faces are so great. Show me, Lou.
Louis.
Yeah, look at your colors, Sage. You guys, you knock it out of the park. I love that little family. You're doing so great. Look, Gray did the silver, Louis did the copper, and Sage did the silver. Good job. Okay, it looks like we still need one more minute on this, so we won't jump too quickly. There's always so many things. How about my little friend Lola? Hi. Let's see, I can't, oh, now I can hear you. Say hi. Show me what you're working on, Lola.
Where are you going?
Do you want to show me? Lola, can you show me what you're working on? Let's see.
So these these two died. So these two died, and this one is still alive.
Well, that's an interesting story. Holy smokes, I love your design. Those are amazing. Good job. So gorgeous. Keep going, beautiful girl. You're doing so great.
Guys, stop talking about me.
Okay, friends, if you're ready, and you might not be, and that would be okay too, but I just wanted to show you kind of the next spot if you want to. I know that some of you had your paper get some paint on it. It's tricky for me to figure out how to give you supplies, so I'm sorry those cups weren't completely airtight or whatever, and dang. So if you might just leave this at this and then you're done. You just have your little embossing cardboard thing here. But if you would like to kind of frame it in, then I've got that big paper that you can frame it into. Okay, and the way that we do that is I thought we could just do, now remember that guy's gonna sit in the middle, so you don't have to do all the coloring of the, I'm just doing some squiggly lines. To make some interesting borders. And this guy, I'm just gonna eyeball it and plop it right in the middle. And if you want to put Elmer's glue down to hold it, great. And now I'm gonna say this part is kind of up to you. You're welcome to do, after I show you the watercolors, you may even do the droplets on that. That could work. Or you can do your regular watercolors. You can use the Sharpie pens and Zentangle and put stuff over. You can do your oil pastels, are really fun to give an interesting border. Maybe you want to take your design out and do similar things in the outside. So I've got flowers and swirls. Maybe I would do more flowers around here. I just did squigglies, but you can do it however you want. So if you kind of have a theme going, I know that it looked like Xander had kind of a turtle and under the sea type of thing. So maybe he would want to do some ocean waves or some more under the sea seashells or other patterns that look like it's kind of like his design. So if you have a theme going, you can keep going on the outside, or you can just do it kind of abstract. So it's kind of fun to do these oil pastels blending into each other and filling in outside. Or you can do the watercolors, or you can just do Sharpies. I'm leaving it up to you to just kind of paint that outside frame, and then you can use your Elmer's and stick that on, and then it's all framed in. Today's project is like 5 million projects in one. Kind of making you work hard. We talked about value, we did graphite, those fun erasers, embossing. And now this outside project, like it's painting in itself. Give me a thumbs up if this is making sense. Thumbs down, says Grimes. Thumbs up. A thumbs up says Leo. And a hand up says Juliet.
What paper do we use for putting this on?
Yeah, do you have a great big white paper in your kit?
Is it this one?
Yeah, did it get rained on?
Yeah.
Greta, do you have one in your kit, and then I can come bring you one for your class? Or friends, this is a possibility. Let's do a tie-dye thing. It'll have to dry a little longer. If yours, I know that Paige's leaked a little bit too. I tried to keep those upright, and I'm so sorry. But this is kind of a fun thing to do too, so we're jumping in. Let's try this. If yours already has spots, just like you showed me, watch this, friends. You're gonna need some water. And I'm going to wet that down. So we're gonna kind of create a tie-dye look. So I'm adding some water. Now this is gonna be hard with my paper upright, but watch Miss Jill, and this will also be how we're doing this thing. I'm gonna carefully open these up, and this little droplet, I squeeze. Watch Miss Jill for 1 second. If your paper got paint on, do it this way. I'm gonna squeeze, and then I put it in, and when I let go of the squeeze, look, it sucked it up. Now I squeeze it to come out. Okay, watch Miss Jill again. I'm gonna press this together. It takes the air out of it. I put it in, that little tip is touching the paint. I slowly let it go, and the paint just came out. And now I can drop it. Okay, so now we're gonna put it on our paper. So I pinch it, push it down, pull it up. I might not wanna use all that paint. That's kind of a lot in here. I'm gonna tip mine this way, but I can do some drops, and I can roll that around. Oh my goodness, I can't do it when I'm up, but this could be kind of a tie-dye thing that you could keep painting. You can also take your paintbrush and dip it right in and paint around the background too. So I could just take my paintbrush if I want and dip it right in here and start painting the background. So a few different ways to do that. If you want to skip the background altogether, do that. Greta, if you decide you have yours and you want to share that and come get another paper, let me know. So that was a lot of ideas. Look at this one. This is also watercolor. And I used the Sharpie first and did all of the designs like I showed you the first time. And then I went in and Zentangled with Sharpie, and then I did the watercolor over it. Well, that's a possibility too. Do you have a question, Miss Gracie Pie?
What's this for?
Oh, it's salt. Are you ready for that project? How's your embossing? Is that getting done?
It's already done.
Yeah, how about you, Wyatt?
Are you doing good?
Yeah, in my paint fell.
It fell? Oh dear, buddy. By the way, this paint, and you can add water to it to make it more. So if you want more than this, you can add more water and then you've got more paint. So this is, I didn't put very much in it because then I thought it would leak more. So if you want to add water, that's okay. Okay, friends, we just have a few more minutes and I've given you a million projects. How are we doing? Give me a thumbs up if you feel like you're ready to move on to the salt and the watercolor, the tray thing. It's just a few minutes kind of at the end. Give me a thumbs up if you are. Give me a thumbs down, friends. Look up here, please. Give me a thumbs down if you're still on embossing. Now the older kids, don't have this next piece. So Xander, you can keep going with the background and working on that. Oh, I can't hear you. What you saying, Ben?
I was saying, I'm just gonna do it with her, so.
Perfect. And there's 2 cardboards, so you can each use a cardboard. It's fantastic. Great.
So my mom put more water in it, so it's higher, so.
Perfect. You'll have plenty. You'll have to take turns with the droplets, okay? Or the little pipettes. Awesome. Okay. So you may not be quite ready to move on. I've given you lots of projects. This age is so cute because sometimes the projects they're like done in 5 minutes, and sometimes they get engaged and then you want to stay a little longer. So if you're engaged, you want to stay a little longer, do it. But I'll give you these directions so you can come back to it whenever you want, okay? And the older kids, Van Wags and Xander, you won't have these extra little pieces, but you're seeming pretty focused on your embossing too. And there's that whole other value theme with the birds, and I can show you that at the very end for the older friends, or you can watch the recorded piece. That's another project to come back to. Okay, so I'm gonna start with just one cardboard in a tray. And again, you need some kind of tray. Don't just do this over your table or over your carpet or over the floor. Okay, so stick that on the tray. And then you're going to open, this is a little messy. You're gonna open your glue and you're gonna draw whatever you want with glue, not a pencil, but you're going to touch one end and maybe it's just swirls. But you're going to not do huge lakes. I'm just doing a river. So that's my drawing on the cardboard. And I'm going to flip it this way so it's running the other way. It's tricky to hold it up because it likes to run. So after I've done that, then I'm going to take my fingers in this salt. This is salt. Take that little lid off. And I'm going to take my fingers and I'm going to pinch the salt and drop it all over the glue. And this really is easy to clean up if you keep it over the tray and not over your floor and not over the table. This makes it really easy. But you'll want to cover this whole, all the glue has to be covered in salt. And it kind of goes all over the cardboard. Make sure all of that's covered. But then watch, I can pick up the cardboard and kind of tap it off and the salt will stay on that. Can you guys see that? So all the glue has to be covered in salt. And then if you want to set that aside, and an adult can kind of help you, you can kind of get your tray, get the salt in one area, and you can put it back in your little cup and keep using it. So I just want to make sure it's all covered, all the glue. I think that looks pretty good. Tap it off. Okay. Now the salt I can use for the other piece of cardboard. And you can use any cardboard. If you have an old Amazon box or a cereal box, you can cut any of those things. So after I have that covered in salt, then I'm going to take that pipette, and just like I showed you before, it's really fun to watch the paint spread around. So I'm opening all three of my paints. My computer becomes my art ledge. Okay. Okay, friends, here we go. I'm going to press it down, okay, so that I get the air out. So I push on the top, I plop it down, let go, and watch the paint go up. Now I'm going to do some drops, and it might not be the whole pipette, maybe it's just a couple of drops, and watch it go all over that glue. And it kind of spreads around. And when I've done enough purple, I'm going to press it out back into the purple And you can get it kind of clean just by squishing it. The purple comes right out. Now I'm going to try blue. I squish the air out. I put that in, pull it up. And I watch it chase the salt. And you can kind of watch it turn to tie-dye. You don't want too much paint. Now that's enough blue, so I clean it up by squishing it. Now we're going to try the orange. So I squish it down, pull it up, and I'll fill in the in-between spots. And then this will need to be left on the tray for a little while to just dry. You don't want to pick it up and you don't want to take it anywhere. Just leave it on the tray. And when you're done with that one, you can do the other board if you want. I gave you 2. And they turn out to be, they'll dry kind of like this. Kind of a crazy design with salt. So that's just a fun little experiment thing to work on. And you can do any of these at your own, just whenever you want. You might not get to all of it. Can I have some hands raised, or somebody talk to me and say, this is making sense, or this is making no sense? Juliet, is this making sense, or is this making no sense? What do you say?
Purple and blue and orange on it.
You did it? Did you put salt on it? Oh, okay, show me. Look at this. Look at you. Wow. Hey, fancy girl, you did it. Is it kind of fun to watch the paint turn into the salt? Yeah, you're so cute. So you can get other cardboard pieces and add some water to that watercolor, and it's kind of...
Put it on.
You what?
We'll just put it on and then take it off.
You can do whatever you want, little lady. You're doing so great.
Or get another cardboard and stick it on and then take it off, and there's a print.
And it would be a print. You're a printmaker. You're thinking all about it. I love it. You did great today. Did you finish a background for your embossing or no?
Open it. What was it, this one?
Oh, that embossing is so great.
Is that your embossing?
Are you going to finish coloring that? You don't have to.
Just in a second.
Maybe not today. Maybe you need a snack and maybe you want to just chill for a minute. Maybe you could come back tonight, or maybe you could come back tomorrow. Yeah. Where'd you get your great face, Juliet? Pretty great. Thanks for doing art with me.
Want to see my shirt?
Yeah, show me. Oh, what? Are you a bunny? Huh?
I mean, it's a kitty. Right?
It's a kitty. I see. I love that. That is so cute. Thanks for sharing.
Yep. Thanks, you.
I love you, Juliet.
Love you too.
Best. It's so fun. How about these little cuties? Let's see what's going on at the ship house.
I have a question.
Let's do it.
Do you put colors on the glue and then the salt?
You put this glue and then the salt, and the colors are the very last. And then you let it dry.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
How's your buddy Wyatt doing?
Good.
Hi, Wyatt.
Spilling paint, huh?
Yeah, it means.
Yeah, you spilled your blue paint, huh?
Hi, Cammie.
Yeah, now it's my
Hi.
glue.
We've had multiple helpers today.
Do you want to jump to the computer and strangle me because of the mess I'm making at your house?
Actually, no, it doesn't look too bad. Actually.
Okay, good. It's so tricky because this age is so much about the process that in my studio, I could care less. We just destroy it and it's fine. So it's a lot to ask you all to do it at your house, so thank you.
It's creating, it's fun.
These cute kids. I love it. Thanks for creating with me today, guys. You guys are awesome. We just have one more after this. What the heck are we going to do? Can you believe it? Then you'll have to sign up for some summer classes. Hi, Lola. Show me what you got. How's it going for you? Hey, working on your sketchbook. Hey, why not? Good job. I love that you're just finding something to do. Did you try the glue and the salt thing?
So where did you put the glue on?
So we put glue on this piece. Do I need to show it one more time? On that one, and then the glue, and then the salt. I can show it one more time. Van Wags have a question, and then I can do this one more time. Hi, you out of here? Oh wait. Go ahead, I hear you.
I had to run upstairs, and so I kind of missed the glue, salt, and part of it. Just quick crash course on how to do that.
Yeah, we're on it. Okay, here we go, friends. We had a couple miss this, and this is just a process fun thing. You don't have to do this. So
She's gonna show us
we're
how to
still
do it.
going to go through it one more time.
I'll watch.
Okay.
All right. Okay, I've made a mess on my. Hold on. All right. This is the final project or product. So there's the end piece. Hi, Gab. All right, ready to go. Here we go. So I'm going to start with my paint, not on my tray for a minute. I'm going to take a cardboard and have that just by itself here. And then I'm using the Elmers to create some sort of a design. You could write your name, you could write flowers, you could do a tree, or you could just do a design that comes and touches the edges. I'm just doing swirlies. But wouldn't it be fun to do your name and you could like hang it up in your bedroom? So this art is all about the process and just kind of playing with the mediums. So I've got a design in glue, and then I'm going to take my salt, and I'm just going to pinch the salt and cover all the glue. Okay. So you want to make sure that's all covered, because that salt is that's what's going to absorb the paint. And then you can take your guy and kind of just tap off the edges, and the salt should stay. Can you see that? And then you can even put this and pour it back into its container. This is just table salt, nothing fancy. So if you run out. And then after the glue and the salt is on this, then I'm gonna stick my paints back on my tray, because it's a lot safer to have them on the tray than floating on your table. Now I'm gonna just pinch that pipette. So I squeeze all the air out of it. I plop it in, that tip in the bottom, and when I let go, it comes up, and I'm going to just drop drops and watch it kind of chase the salt. Kind of a little science experiment. And then I'm done with my purple, so I'm gonna squish it out in the purple, pinch it closed again, pull it up in another color, And you can watch the colors kind of blend into each other. Now I'm done with the blue, so I'm going to squish it out. And you can get it pretty clean by just squishing it out. Pinch it back together, drop it in. And there we go. Fill in the last little pieces. And then when you're finished with that, you'll want to just let it sit and dry completely. Don't move it, just let it sit on that tray. This can just be washed in the water and used over and over again. And then just let that dry, and when it dries, it looks something like this. Again, it's just a process art activity. So bringing you back to gallery. We doing okay? Did this make sense for everybody? Give me a thumbs up. Were you okay? Yeah? Okay. I've got you on gallery. Everybody wave to each other. Say goodbye. I've gone over a little bit today, so I apologize. Thank you for creating with me. You guys have fun, and we'll see you for our last time next week. Love you. Bye, Nora. See you. Oh, peace, peace, baby. Doing great.